no matter what programming up until now you were living within. There's no shame in this game because those imprints happened while you couldn't even comprehend the world yet, okay? The nervous system learned what kind of a world it lives in, not through language, okay? It learns through sensation, tone, proximity, and emotional atmosphere when you are a baby. Before you ever had thoughts, before you ever had beliefs, before you ever had a story about what you are or what world is, your body was already being trained, not by what people said, yet by how safe the air was, literally, right? How safe the air felt, the atmosphere around you felt. And each development phase, right, from 0 to 3 months, from 3 to 6, right, has a system that's being fully, that's coming fully online. And when it happens under stress, right, that's where the fragmentation is imprinted, okay? So it's less about psychology or age. It's literally what system is coming online, what it's learning, and what gets imprinted when the field is tense, when that error is not safe, right? So from 0 to 2 months, survival wiring first. Survival wiring first, and the systems that are developing: brainstem, vagus nerve, cellular respiration through temperature, touch, breath, holding. Okay, so your biology sets the baseline threat level. Okay, there's still no story, there's no thought, no emotion, only sensation. The body learns life feels safe or life feels dangerous. And if the field is stressed, you might imprint right there chronic anxiety, weak constitution, poor energy, and fragile nervous system. 2 to 6 months, it's about attachment. So, am I felt? Am I held? Okay, the systems that are developing limbic brain bonding circuits. So, through the eye contact, tone, and responsiveness of your atmosphere and circumstances, correct? Biology learns to co-regulate. The baby borrows the caregiver's nervous system, right? Still no story, only felt sense. And if it's stressed, if your caregiver is stressed, emotional withdrawal, hypervigilance, later anxiety, nervous exhaustion, okay? Again, no shame in this game. 6 to 12 months. Safety equals proximity, meaning where do I belong? Who keeps me alive, right? And the systems are immune system, mucosa, and boundaries. Ooh, good one. Biology learns here through caregiver's presence and consistency. Safety equals staying close to this person, right? This virus, people's pleasing, emotional scanning, and field sensitivity. So if stress, chronic infections, sinus reactivity, emotional over attunement can become really vigilant and active. So 12 to 18 months, tone regulation. What emotions are safe, right? So what can I feel? What can I not feel? The system that is developing fully, vagus nerve, facial nerve, and its caregiver's emotional tone. That's the input. So the biology through caregiver's emotional tone continues to learn which feelings get love and which gets disconnection. The nervous system adjusts its emotional tone to stay bonded. Right. So again, if there's stress, I'm going to be stressed because emotional suppression, chronic seriousness, nervous system fatigue in the long run is what shows up if the caregiver is not regulated. 18 to 30 months. Autonomy. Theme. Can I be me and still be loved? What a question, right? System. Prefrontal inhibition and muscles. through the input of permission to express, move, and say no. Okay, so if stressed, internal pressure, cramps, emotional compression. That's what gets imprinted. From 2.5 years to 4-ish years. Again, it's not so much about the age, more so what is being born in that moment or being activated. Emotional atmosphere. So the theme is, what emotional air am I breathing? The systems that are developing is sensory cortex, sinuses, and mucosa. Input, household's emotional field. Okay, so we moved from that one caregiver through the household emotional field. Okay, biology, the child becomes aware of tension, unspoken conflicts, emotional pressure. Child cannot leave, right, or change it. So the body builds filters. This is where sinus issues, asthma, and allergies begin, coded in. 4 to 6 years, identity in the family. What do I have to be here? Who do I have to be here? Correct? System, mirror neurons and connective tissue. And this is when the child begins to see themselves through the other's eyes, right? So if mom told me this about me, I'm going to take it full on. So they form self-image, family role, emotional responsibility. If regulated, the child develops healthy boundaries. That's beautiful, stable sense of self and flexibility. And if stressed or emotionally unsafe, the child becomes the peacemaker, the invisible one, the helper, right? The easy child. The body begins to hold chronic tension, jaw, neck, shoulders, connective tissue, rigidity, because identity is being built on suppression instead of self. 6 to 8 years, social survival. So this is the theme. How do I stay accepted? Correct? System, immune system, stress hormones. Okay. So now the nervous system is navigating school, peers, comparison, belonging. Okay. If it's regulated, the child learns emotional resilience, flexibility, and social confidence. If stressed, the nervous system goes into performance mode. This creates anxiety, stomach issues, immune dysregulation. That's where ADHD can start, patterns, emotional burnout, and so on. So the child learns, I must be something to be accepted. This is where chronic nervous system exhaustion begins. Oh yeah, insane. So early. 8 to 12 years. Patterns lock in. This is who I am. System that develops endocrine, endocrine and nervous system. So this is where nervous system patterns, emotional roles, and physical symptoms become structure in our field and biology. If regulated, the child enters puberty with flexibility, resilience, coherent identity. If stressed, patterns harden into chronic illnesses, anxiety, autoimmune, self-concept limitation, and emotional rigidity. Okay, so the body says, this is me now, not because it's true, because the nervous system had to stabilize a pattern to survive. Again, no shame in this game. And then to unprogram it as well, right? Or to see the imprint, and you simply take your symptom and see what age it started. When did it start? Correct? And then you can go into that moment of infinite now and ask yourself what was happening, right? What was happening with family? What was happening in atmosphere? What was happening in my circumstances? And then it's more so about, right, allowing it again to feel safe, allowing you and your body to feel safe, to feel seen, and so on. So it's really quick. And there's way more details into it. There's a little more complexity to it. Yet I'll be making more posts and videos about it for sure. I love you. And I trust the supports.